Hey, what's going on? It's Jim here, and we are in my garage. So that means, doesn't necessarily mean, but it means at this moment in time we're gonna do, where? You're not. Alright. Alright, start over. I do just a little short video showing you how to put on a Slapguard on your chainstay. And an option for doing it inexpensively, and then a less budget option. And I'll have to put the amount. So this I've done some other videos with this. So here, materials list, we'll do that. Got some isopropyl alcohol, paper towel, pair of scissors. Here's the lizard skins Velcro neoprene chainstay protector. This is I'll put what this one costs online. This is one option. And here's the more budget option, which is it's made by 3M. It's a 2-inch wide safety tread that you would put. You can use it. I do a lot of scooter reviews, so you can use it as a grip tape on a scooter deck. And I'm going to use it as a chainstay protector today. And some hardware stores you can sometimes get it. There's one near me in Ace Hardware that lets you buy it by the foot. But this is a 15-foot long piece, and it's 2 inches wide. So, and you don't really need more than about a foot long each time. So this should really give you like 30 of these. So I think this is a pretty cost-effective way to go. I think this was $12 at Home Depot. Again, if I come across the prices of either of these, I'll put them in the video. So, of course, there's a lot of bikes that are like this, and a lot of these inexpensive Chinese bikes, frames, and a lot of times electric bikes, because you got more speed, so your chain tends to bounce a little bit more. And so it's not as bad with aluminum frame because you're not going to really get rust, but it's just nice for appearance and might as well protect it. You could also, in theory, use there's a clear one. Some bikes come with a clear chainstay protector, and you could probably use like packing tape. But I think it would be really hard to get that smooth and look good. So I'm going to grab my other camera. I'm going to bring it in closer, and I'm going to basically prep this area and show you how I'm doing this. And I'll show you up close on the camera here. So this is the lizard skins, and they come in different diameters of tubes, so you have to measure that. The problem I ran into with this one, it worked on this frame, but I had to stretch it a lot, and that's because with some of the electric bikes, depending on where you have the power cords running, which on this particular bike it's running on the same side as the chain, so that effectively increased the diameter, and I didn't really account for that when I ordered this. I think these are about $10. So not bad. They're pretty well made. You can see I didn't have it on there very long. It started fraying. You could probably take a lighter and take care of that, but these probably aren't going to last you a ton of time, just to be honest. Alright, so we're going to move down to the chainstay. We're on the chainstay. Turn on a little extra light. Hopefully that helps. So, chainstay right here. This is what I want to protect. I want to keep, I mean, you see right there in that particular gear, it's really not even going to hit it, but in an electric bike, whoop, got some grease. In an electric bike, I tend to run on a higher gear, so in a higher gear, your chain's looser, so that's something to know. So one thing, anytime I'm gonna put anything, like anything that's sticky on a piece of metal or plastic, a little bit of isopropyl alcohol really helps. And I said a little bit, and I put an absolute ton of it on there. That's what happens when you're under pressure, I guess. So anyway, when that dries here, I'm going to check it out. So I'm going to back this camera off a little bit here. So now I'm going to take out a piece of this 3M tread tape. I'll be honest, I haven't done this on this particular setup, so I'm just kind of going for it. So all I'm going to do now is get a rough estimate where I'd like this to be. So somewhere in that area. So I'm going to do my best when I match this up on here to know how wide I want it. So I'm going to cut this in half generally. So quick and easy on the fly. So I'm going to kind of put it where I want it and try to, so I'm basically going to shape this thing into the shape I want before I try to apply it, of course. And I kind of like it to be a little bit rounded. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a little bit of rounding on this thing. I'm back here. I got what I think is going to work pretty well. I got it about where I want it, and I got the more or less the shape I want. It's not perfect, but it's grip tape and it's going to be fine. The thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove a little bit of this. I'm going to go over and score it with a utility knife so I can kind of like when you're taking off a band-aid, I can kind of get one side in place so that I'm not moving around too much. So I'm going to score this on the back real quick. Be right back. Alright, one more tool to make things a little easier. Pencil. Doesn't matter what pencil, whatever. Just a pencil. So the nice thing about a pencil is, of course, I can put it where I think I want it. Put a mark here on the frame, and then it's very easy for me to get that mark off there. I'm going to start on this end, not that that really matters. I mean, you can see, hopefully it doesn't look terribly awful to you on camera. But, I didn't do a perfect job on the edge, but I think the grip tape is pretty forgiving. And, that should... I'm going to use my pencil. Oh, that wasn't very smart, was it? Right, don't use your pencil that way. Man, it's not quite as bad as like real like skateboard grip tape. So I'm going to file off some calluses when I'm doing this. But yeah, there you go. I mean, that's not perfect, but I don't think it's bad. And that's good to me. Here, just down on the chainstay protector. About as cheapy and easy as you can do it, but I figure I can do about 30 of these for, well, or you see, I figure that's 12 bucks for 30, so I'm looking in the range of 50 cents a piece, so pretty good. Oh, I'm getting high on isopropyl. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, cleaned up a little bit. Hopefully you can see, especially from that distance, probably looks pretty good. Even from this distance, it doesn't look bad at all. When I was up close, it's not perfect. Honestly, this is the first time I've done this. Seemed like a simple, cheap solution, so I wanted to show it. The nice thing about the isopropyl alcohol is you have to take this off later. Isopropyl alcohol with a little, you can use just paper towel or maybe a little scrubby. You can get off most residue, and then something like Goo Gone, or there's some other ones. Sorry about that beep. Goo Gone and some other chemicals are pretty good for getting off sticker residue. So, I really wouldn't worry too much if this had to come off later. Anyway, I hope this little video helps you out. See you next time. Catch the wave.